called Healing in Isolation. This season, it's been me and God. I never want to make this faith walk appear to be easy, a walk in the park, because sometimes it's not. But what is so beautiful about it is I completely understand why God has me where he has me. And learning to truly lean and depend on God is a great gift. And I've learned to go to God like a child because I am his child. We are his children. That's how he wants us to be with him. And he's just revealed so many things to me about myself and who I really am. I've had to learn to stop being so hard on myself. Now, if we've never been close, like if we've never had in-depth conversations, it's something that you wouldn't know about me. But I've had to learn to stop being so hard on myself and judging myself or beating myself up, feeling like I'm not doing enough. And the way that I learned to stop doing that is I've had to reparent myself. I've had to learn to be the mother to myself that I didn't have growing up. And it's nothing that just started in my home. It was something that was passed down from her mother and so on and so forth. But I've had to learn to tell myself, you're doing a good job. You did good. When I finish something, I'm proud of you. You did good. Sometimes the Holy Spirit is in my ear saying, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And I get very emotional. But I've learned to be gentle with myself and clap for myself. And that's why this time alone with God is so important. So I will know my identity and who I am. I was always told I was responsible as a child at a young age. But what people don't understand is when you feel like a child is so grown or so responsible is because at some point they felt like they couldn't really depend on the people that they were supposed to depend on. Yes, they may have been, they were taken care of as far as food, shelter, clothing, but being emotionally neglected or being abandoned or rejected, those things can weigh heavily on a person. It can affect a person's personality at a very young age. And I also had to, I had chores at a very young age in at James Matthews. That school was from grade pre-K to second grade, I believe. I know first and or second grade, I was washing dishes and I was cleaning up the full bathroom. Now, I don't know if this is, if y'all feel like this is normal or whatever, but when I have children, my child is going to be a child, not at no pre-K, this, that, and the other. I will have you in the kitchen. Okay, baby, dry this, put this in the kitchen, in the drawer for me. Okay, baby, hand mama this, or showing the baby little things. But to have my child having full blown chores at that young age, it's a no for me. And this is something that carried on, because I remember when I was in junior high, I remember apparently they were snooping through my letters. I had written my friend Shayna at the time, and I told her that I felt like I was a slave in the house, because I just felt neglected. I was in my room. I was neglected. And I felt like the only time I was sought after was so I could do something, was so I could clean up, do this, do that, do this, do that. And I felt like I had to earn my keep. If I asked for something, I was called an ingrate, different things of that nature. So those are just different things that I've had to heal and just get certain memories or certain voices out of my head. Also, I'm the eldest child. We all know that when you're the first child, a lot of responsibility falls on you. When whatever it is your parents can do, that responsibility falls on you. And so, being perfectly honest, I don't really feel like I had a childhood. I don't feel like I had a childhood. So this time, like me and God, and just watching like old sitcoms like Family Matters. It's been a while since I watched Full House, but like watching old shows is very, just being able to watch old shows in peace or laugh at old movies and everything. It's like I'm kind of getting a second chance at my childhood, if that makes sense. Just resting in him and knowing that he has me, like being at peace, is very comforting. And also just growing up in a dysfunctional households, plural, from a very young age, from things that started with my mother's parents, from when I was a baby, like under 5. Like I remember just witnessing different toxic situations. Like my nervous system was thrown off from a very young age. So when you get in this place of safety, in this place of healing, your body has to regulate itself again. I have cried so much. Like in the past, people felt like, oh, she's a gangster, she don't cry. Now let's be clear, I am. But no, I cry. I am very, very sensitive. And one of the reasons I didn't know or understand this about myself is because I started my cycle at a very young age. And I started an oral contraceptive at a very young age. I was 13 or 14. God didn't reveal it to me until a few months ago how much that birth control and other medication changed my personality and my mood. I had bad anxiety. bad ADHD. I used to feel like something was wrong with me because when I went to class, like I couldn't pay attention in class. It was hard for me to just sit there. So like I would be on my phone or I would do this or that. And I know, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of times people felt like I was being lazy, or not necessarily lazy, but I just felt like I was being judged, but it wasn't my fault. Like I literally could not focus and I wasn't able to feel. And because of my background, the safest emotion for me was anger. If something bothered me, 9 times out of 10, I would show that I was mad first. And then outside of that, because of different situations that I witnessed, I was desensitized to certain things at a young age. I was taught to swallow it and act like it never happened. This never happened. I'm not going to ask you how you feel or are you okay, because it didn't happen, because that's how it is in my mind. And so there were a lot of things that I carried and my body has kept score of that I've had to heal and release. Just touching back on reparenting myself, like I've had to forgive myself for a lot of things that I didn't have control over, like not being taught certain things as a child growing up. Because to be completely honest, I raised myself, and it's nothing that started and stopped with me. It continued. And the most important thing that I've learned and I am being healed of is being strong. Listen, I'm not strong. I'm not strong. I'm so fragile. I am not. Especially after losing weight. And I'm not just talking about physical weight, physical and spiritual weight. A lot of old stuff that I was carrying. I'm not strong. I don't like doing things by myself anymore. When I'm in the store and a man asks me if I need help, yes, please help me with these bag of grapes. They're so heavy. I remember I was buying a mirror and I was like, Lord, this mirror is heavy. Now, in the past, Brittany be like, oh, this is nothing. Let me pick this up. I got it. And I was like, Lord, I don't know how I'm going to get this out the store. You're going to have to send somebody to help me. So I was like going around the circle to get in line, and I saw a black man over. He was in the clothes section. I was like, oh, well, he just got here now. Of course, there were other people in the store. But I checked out, and then I was in Ross. So, you know, at Ross, you can't take out the basket because it has that tall pole on it. So I like stopped at the door. I'm like, Lord, you're going to have to help me get this, because I stopped, like I said a prayer, but I'm like, I hope somebody come up. So he walked up and he was like, you need help. Now, as he was asking me, I was already kind of pulling it up out the basket. And I was like, yeah, like, I think he had gotten my bag or something, because I had gotten something else. But I had parked right in the front of the store. And so when we were getting, he was like, you sure don't mind? I was like, yeah, you can get it. You can get it, because I don't know why I'm up here playing. Take this, because I don't have it. And I popped that trunk. He put it in the trunk. Thank you so much. I'm not turning down any help. As my big mama would say, honey, you don't turn nothing down but your collar, okay? But now listen, I'm just talking, y'all, because I know y'all will run with some stuff. But I'm not strong anymore, okay? I'm not. I don't want to be strong. Don't call me strong. The only reason why y'all feel like I was so strong in the past is because I was placed on medication at a young age, birth control at a young age, and I mean, I don't know. I don't think they knew that wasn't me, or I don't know. That's just not who I am now. That's just not who I am. I just want to share part of my healing journey, especially in isolation, because when a lot of people are by themselves, it can get lonely sometimes. And you may not see the purpose, or you may not understand the purpose, but I want you to ask God, what is it you want me to learn in this season? What is it that I need to reflect on? What is it that you're trying to heal in me? And He will reveal that to you. If you made it this far in the video, I thank you so much for watching. Drop a white heart in the comments and let me know your thoughts on healing, on isolation, on anything that was said in this video. Once again, I am Brittany Lachey. Thank you so much for watching.